to the Hangout. Okay, you can just get the. Can you copy and paste the address to here and just send it to him for me?
Yeah, all right.
All right, that's the Hangout address, and I'm going to post the link to the video on my Twitter. All
Okay, I
right.
got Adam. I just got the link.
All right, excellent.
I'll send it to both of his accounts because, like, I don't know which one he's on.
Yeah, here we
Adam.
go. All right, let me.
All right.
And let me send it to Dalton if I can. Here we go. Oh damn! I got like a better turnout than this. Nice. Than I. It's ready. Stream is up. Yes. But now let me grab Dalton if I can find him.
All right.
How are you, Dalton?
And
Okay.
Dalton.
All right. If you, yeah, like you're a lot faster than I am. Jesus Christ! So you'll probably get to Dalton before I am.
Yeah. I mean, he just started following me, so I just went to my notifications, and yeah.
I'm so you make me feel like such an old fucking man. God damn. Like, also, like, nice job is setting up a time and date for us, by the way.
Yeah, I just thought of any time that I'm home, and or like the second I get home, and took to account like busing and then us preparing for this. So, yeah.
This is great. Let's see. Okay.
All right. What's the YouTube?
Let me see. The YouTube for Dalton.
No, the YouTube channel that we have now. Like for where the stream is gonna go.
I'm just using my main channel, so
all right.
Just let me send you my main channel or whatever. I'll send you the link here. Okay. For the Hangout, let me give you the Hangout link. All right, I'm gonna post it in here. It should be. Can you see the chat in here?
Yes.
Okay, there it is. It's right there. That's to the Hangout here.
Uh-huh.
And my YouTube channel is right here. It'll be the second link that I post up here. And there we go. Let's see. Try this out. All right.
All right.
Excellent. I'll post this in the Discord too. Where the hell? If I can find one of the Discords here we go. Random fun and games. I'll do it on promote your channel.
Hey, Dalton.
Yo, what's up, Mister? What's up,
Mr. Now we gotta wait for Adam, and then we could go.
Yeah, like I tried to come up with like a sort of like title for you and Adam. I was gonna call Adam like the comedy guy, and you're like the intellectual. But I didn't know how that would turn out. So it's just like fuck it, Dalton and Adam. Like I tried. You all right? What's wrong, Dalton?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
that was a laugh, not a sigh.
Oh, okay.
I am amused by the attempt to title things and the failure to title those things.
Well, thank you.
I don't know why.
This is like 2 months in the planning. We didn't have a title. We just had like work in progress. So that
I know, right? Like that's the kind of professionalism you're working with here, Dalton.
You could do like presented without a title under protest or something.
Yeah, you know that might work.
Yeah.
Presented without comments.
Probably. Yeah. What's good anyway, Dalton? Like, what you up to? What were you up to, by the way, before I like dragged you in here?
Nothing. Just kind of sitting around watching YouTube.
Anything interesting?
No, just some new stuff like Computing Forever and V.
What Forever and V?
Computing Forever. He's an Irish dude. He talks about politics and games and shit.
Oh, I didn't. Oh yeah, I forgot. You are one of the more politically minded people here.
Well, yeah. One strives to stay informed.
Actually, to be honest with you, I've always kind of dug the fact that you had like an occult thing going there because I've never really knew many people who were into the occult.
Yeah, it's not a common thing, but it is my thing. So. Actually, that could basically be my entire life motto. Cause, like, I'm into nothing that most people are into. It's just like, no.
Hey, not telling me a little bit about it. Why not? Just to give us like a little something to, fill the air or whatever. Since we're so.
What specifically do you want to know? It's a very broad series of topics is all. And
That's true.
I could literally go on for hours.
That's true. I forgot. Like you're pretty studied guys, so I need to kind of narrow shit down for you.
Please do. Otherwise, you're going to get the entire history of the occult, and we're going to be here until tomorrow.
All right. How'd you get into it then? How about
that? Well, before I was into magic and philosophy and the occult and shit, I was into theoretical physics.
Oh shit.
And yeah, from like the ages of 9 to 11, I was really heavily into theoretical physics. And it got to the point where like I could either like extrapolate what the information was going to be based on stuff I had already read, or I just had questions that science really couldn't answer, and so I went looking for various philosophies and shit to sort of fill that void, and found magic and the occult. And I have been studying 20 odd different systems in various magical practices for pretty much all the time since then. I have literally been studying magic for half my life now. And I'm actually coming up on the 12th anniversary of when I started, because it was in like spring of like 2006 that I started studying it.
Oh, so have you tried to practice any sort of magic or anything like that, or do you mostly just read up on it?
I have. I don't like using it very often because it comes with sort of causal blowback. And my luck is shit as it is. I don't need the entire universe just being like, no, fuck you.
All right, I added Adam, so he should be joining shortly.
All right, excellent. So, like, is that kind of why that's kind of why you're into Doctor Strange, right? Because you've always had like a.
Well, I've always kind of been into Doctor Strange regardless, but when I started into it, it was like, yeah, this makes one of the things I always liked about comics is they at least try to get it somewhat right. They scale it up and they make it less elaborate, but they tend to get it more right.
Hey, Adam.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Adam?
How you doing?
Hey, man. Sorry for the mix-ups and for how long it took, but like, got in the way, man.
Man, it's fine. It happens, dude. You know, like, I understand. You know, like, it's not like I'm gonna like go, Mark Waid, start like making the cry face and stopping my feet so we get temper tantrum.
Oh God, Mark Waid.
Oh man, like we should. I do kind of want to talk about Mark Waid because like that dude is fucking.
Yeah, that guy is insane.
I hope. I hope he gets fired from Marvel before he fucks with Doctor Strange.
I don't know what happened to him. He was fine before.
Yeah, and then he kind of went insane. Everybody went insane when Trump got elected, man.
Well, yeah. It broke all of the narratives. Also, Adam, you might want to turn your camera off. I don't know if you're worried about face reveal and shit, but
his
my YouTube,
that's him. Like Adam's like our resident comedian, so like everything's kind of intentional with him.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you guys watch my?
Are you seriously just gonna be vaping while we're?
Right.
Well done.
I'm getting like a contact high from like. Is it possible to get contact high over the internet? It's like
Probably.
I very much doubt it.
I'm
I
feeling
very
pretty good
very
right
much
now.
doubt it.
I'm feeling pretty good right now.
It might be something psychosomatic, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, how's it going with you anyway, man? Because like you're a busy dude.
Oh yeah, I have Monday and Tuesday off. Thank God. Wow. Yesterday was just a waste of time, and every time at work we run out. Like at a certain time, we magically fucking run out of hot water for some reason.
I can't think of a mystical reason why that would be. So I don't
Like,
think it's magical.
No, it just cuts off for no apparent reason. It's like, where's the hot water?
Oh yeah, like that happens. That actually happens to me a lot too. My faucet does that a lot. Where like the hot water will run for a few minutes and then it'll just like cut out like that.
It
Yeah.
probably has something to do with the water pressure.
Maybe it does.
Like it gets stuck in whatever heating apparatus you use to
Yeah.
heat it, and then it clunks out.
Oh, we got
Yep.
5 whole viewers so far.
Oh boy.
Hello, the viewers.
How many viewers did we get on the previous live stream?
God, I have no clue, but I'm sure it's a lot more than 5 viewers. But hey, thanks for helping out this like small man's channel, though, Adam and Dalton.
Well, my channel is significantly smaller than yours, so
Oh yeah, mine's
although
huge.
I do have like 12, and considering that I haven't posted a goddamn thing on it so far, that's actually pretty good.
Like Adam,
Yeah.
like for the people who might just be for the 5 whole people who might be turning in, why don't you show them? Why don't you kind of display some of your like comedic stuff that you do on your channel?
Okay, yeah. It started out as a satire channel, basically. Like Comicsgate broke in. I'm really into comic books. Like nowadays I lean more towards DC. And after Mark Waid's action, I'm questioning, actually picking up a Marvel comic, for a supporting company that, serial harasses, somebody that serial harasses and gets this whole bunch of ghouls.
Well,
after
you can always get the trades
after a
from
publisher.
when it was actually good. So
Yeah, and I buy back issues from when Marvel was good. That's it.
Yeah, like everyone buys back issues. Though. I feel like I feel like you shouldn't have to rely on buying so many back issues. Like the current stuff should be just as good, but like that's not the case anymore.
Modern
it's
comics are
not.
shit, dude. What are you gonna do?
Right? Yeah. DC, it's still good. It's not like all infected and shit. And they're smart and subtle. Say if a character's trans, it's not like they go full Gail Simone. Say if you have somebody that respects the characters.
DC is still doing well. It's just it's sad that while Marvel is killing it so well with the movies that they can't seem to like that should in a rational universe be the greatest marketing tool ever conceived. But
yeah,
what you get is people will go in, ready and willing to start the comics, and then what is this shit that I'm reading? Dear God, is this all it is?
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's like, oh, holy shit, Captain America's a Nazi since when?
Well, yeah, like Captain America's a Nazi, and now Nazis are fighting Antifa and shit. So it's like,
oh
this is
yeah,
not what I
cosmic cuck, basically.
Yeah, like Doctor Strange is a giant cuck.
Yeah.
And then he became a veterinarian who talks to magical dogs and shit.
Well, no, the dog itself wasn't magical. It's that Strange is telepathic, as a result of his mystical studies. So it's just a normal dog that he happens to have a telepathic connection with because reasons.
Yeah, and my cat.
And apparently that dog is good enough that it's like Ghost gives Strange like a dressing down in one of the issues of Damnation, and it's fucking just why. Like of all the characters you could have give Steven a talking to, like Wong, you could have Clea show up, you could have Bab show up from the old series, like just all of the characters you could have Strange get a talking to from. Nope, random ghost dog that was there for like 3 issues. Whatever.
No, and this is, yeah, no, right, and this is exactly, and this is what we're supposed to be, and this is like what we're supposed to call entertainment, like ghost dogs and just ducks.
Yeah, and the sad thing with the DC movies, you're like, okay, like Wonder Woman was an okay movie. Like everyone's saying it's all, like praising it as the greatest thing DC has released.
Whatever.
It was good. It
was a good movie. Yeah, it was legitimate. Like they didn't screw up the character yet, and they didn't want to make it like. And I understand them setting it in World War One. They didn't want to like completely rip off Captain America, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it. And like the comic book is still good too. I'm like, wow, DC actually respects the characters. They're not like having her be like, oh, I'm a woman, I'm strong, bro. Sort of feminism.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's kind of like yay. Yeah, it is kind of like yay feminism now.
Yeah.
That's basically what Marvel is. It's yay feminism and
like the only series I really read that I pick up by Marvel is Cable because it's still good.
Mm-hmm.
I was afraid after like the creative team between John Mellon and Bresson, like quality would decline. I'm like, it's just getting better. It's like ramping up everything. It kind of reminds me of the 3rd volume of the initial Cable series, where that's my favorite run of the character, basically.
So, are you excited for Deadpool 2 then?
Yes. I am.
Doesn't it come out like next weekend?
I think it's May 18th. So
yes, it's 4 days, and I'm gonna probably catch it on my day off on a Monday. Like I don't want to deal with. I went to see the first one on opening weekend. Like on a Sunday. Holy hell! The fucking theater was just packed. I'm like, I want some arm. I'll probably go during the day where it's like basically
if you're going to go see a superhero movie, never go in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I also like it's just gonna be crowded with people.
Oh, I went to Infinity War like second day.
Like, how was it? How was it, Beta?
It was crowded as shit, but like the theater was great. Everyone was clapping and cheering. It was the best way to experience a movie.
Did anybody ask?
Was the movie any good?
Yes, it was actually really good. I think it might be my second favorite Marvel film, first being Logan.
Oh yeah, because you really love.
Oh yeah, Logan's great.
I
don't really consider them the X-Men movies are part of the MCU. They're their own thing, basically.
Yeah.
Andy.
I keep the MCU rank.
Yeah, no, the MCU is different, of course. But I'm talking like MCU. This is my favorite MCU movie, and my second favorite, just Marvel in general kind of movie.
Yeah,
like the Marvel name.
I have got to see Logan, honestly, because like everyone's like,
it's so good.
It's good. It leans a little bit too hard on the Western tropes and not nearly enough on the comic book tropes. But
I think it worked for the film.
It worked. It just it annoys me whenever a comic book movie tries to get quote legitimacy by aping other genres rather than owning its own shit and letting the comic book genre stand on its own.
Well,
the Hulk movie did that. The first Hulk movie.
Yeah. The Dark Knight trilogy did that.
The Dark Knight trilogy.
Because this is the thing, it could be like they could have taken Batman out of the whole situation and it really still have a really intense crime drama.
Yeah. This is the thing though. one of the reasons I have an immeasurable amount of respect for the MCU is because rather than ape everyone else's shit and try to sneak comic book genre into other genres, the MCU goes, no, fuck you. Comics are a genre unto themselves, and superhero movies
Yep.
can stand as a genre on their own. And as a result, you essentially get the birth of a new subgenre.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Macho King, Jordan Pickleson, and Jeremy Turner are like, hey, it's Adam. You're like, what's up, Adam? You got like a little bit of celebrity here. Like two people are saying what's up to you. In the
Hey guys, what's up?
I was just going through Twitter to look for some topics. AP, Antarctic Press. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
happened
I
there?
think okay. I was blocked by like with our Antarctic pressing. I feel bad for them. I'm not like shunning them, shaming them, or anything
Mhm.
because they didn't deserve like the multitudes of harassment
I know,
that
it's crazy.
that like was like just like thrown at them. And I understand Pat Zercher said like how like Richard Myers just a lying sack of shit.
hmm
I believe him because if if the owner of the publication is crying on the phone about to have a nervous breakdown for these numerous amounts of threats or harassment through social media, it's just wrong. Nobody should. And the book is apolitical. It's just an action story. And the whole thing is like, calm your tits. Jeez.
Yeah,
I know, it's
But
crazy.
DMC
Yeah.
committed wrongthink, therefore he is the Emmanuel
Right,
Goldstein.
Yeah, basically, it's
Yeah.
a book about like a bunch of guys fighting a giant monkey man. Like that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's like, God, you're just like stretching the bounds of imagination right there, and you're actually having fun with the story, and now you're like they're being
It's kind of like if Richard Spencer tried to make a movie, no matter how good that movie is, they'd never ever see it as anything other than Nazism because
alt-right propaganda.
yeah, just dirt.
It's Birth of the Nation 2.0.
Because he's been marked as a person who commits wrongthink, and therefore
Yeah.
everything he does must therefore be wrongthink.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's birth. That's what this book is. It's Birth of a Nation too.
Yes.
It's
And
like,
yes,
Come on, let's get our Klan hood on.
Exactly.
Put that in fucking right into
Like,
the night.
Meta's underage, so he can't wear Klan hood yet. Like,
Yeah, that's a shame.
And have our copies of Jawbreakers. It's time to start lynching people.
Like we'll burn copies of Jawbreakers on like Jewish people's lawns and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing is just stupid. I'm not like the biggest DNC fan, you know. Some of the things he does on Twitter, I'm not a big fan of. But this is really dumb. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm not the
I
biggest
find him to
fan
just
of
be kind of
DNC,
simple.
but I think Nurkic is a lot better. You know,
Oh, Nurkic is great.
Yeah, I love Nurkic. Nurkic is like one of my inspirations. He roasted me in his review he did like last. Weeks
he also
ago.
roasted me in that. I was at the end.
And I was just cracking up.
You know he loves your videos too.
Yeah, he loves them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Cause that's why he just watches your videos when he gets home. Shit.
Yeah, and hey, like I love Nurkic. It's like, man, this guy's hilarious. Like, and
I agree to disagree on that.
Oh yeah, tell us how. This might be kind of fun, little back and forth. How you feel about Nurkic, Dalton?
I find that he is a Spurg who calls other people Spurgy. Is the thing.
That's actually pretty funny.
he always will call other people shit that he himself is guilty of and act like it is the biggest detriment. And it's just like, no. And add to that, he's just not wordy or wisecracky enough to make his shit funny. Like his main observation is, oh look, this person has an identity category that I find unorthodox or unusual, therefore derp. That's his whole thing. And it's just like, no. First of all, you're a spurg, so don't criticize everybody else for doing shit that you are doing like it's the cure for fucking cancer. And also, you really shouldn't be poking fun at other people's idiosyncrasies when you have them to a degree that is almost cartoonish and comical.
My takeaway from this entire conversation is therefore derp. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corrupt, you're a moderator.
It's an interesting shorthand for when
Oh, yeah, you need to be a moderator.
someone fails so epically that you could almost hear the like pratfall noise in the background.
Corrupt, you are a moderator on the Nurkish Discord, correct?
Am I a moderator on the Nurkish?
Yeah, you are. How do you like that?
What, being a moderator?
Like, how do you like the people in there? You
Like they're so spurgy, especially
just-
such a spurg. That
Are
fucking
they
guys.
are they as big as Spurg as Mark Wade?
I'd say
God.
bigger.
Oh my god, that's Spurg to the next level.
I know it is. It's just insane.
Thinking about it, it's like an ethno state party there every day.
Oh my god.
Party there every day. Hoods
Hey,
everywhere.
At least your black ethno state is Wakanda now.
Yeah.
Go. Like I have imaginary Africa and they have a Discord server.
Adam, UK, you look like you're dying over there.
I think it's hilarious.
Like 5 minutes
Wow.
in, we've already brought up ethno states. Where do we
Yeah.
go from here, folks?
Wow.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
it's just one giant party that
My next topic was furries.
furries.
Yeah.
Like listen to how Meta says it. My next topic is furries.
I
It's
know.
like weirdly
It's like,
sexual.
it's like I don't know if you're saying it dead serious or if you're just like fighting back tears of laughter.
Right?
both.
Yeah, furries. Oh god, oh yeah. I've never met one actually. I live in Grand Rapids. It's a pretty tame city. I've never actually met a furry before.
I met a furry and I beat him up. It is too
Crap, no
strong.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Yeah, we have an
now
ethno
I
state
need
of
the rest
traps
of the
on the way.
context of the story. Go
Crap,
on.
no.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, totally.
So grade 8. I live in small city, Winnipeg, Manitoba, right, Canada, and this guy had some like 12-year-old girl's boobs on his phone, and he was like sending it to people, and
What the hell is
I-
happening right now? Hey,
It's crazy.
wait, no. Little nigga, do not get my fucking channel taken down.
Well, in the order words of Yakko Order, good night, everybody.
But yeah, he's sending it to these people, and I'm like, hey, I don't like this. This ain't right. So I just grab him in the middle of class, and I just start beating him down. And it was revealed like 2 days later he's a furry. Like he went on his Snapchat, and he's like,
Okay,
Hey,
so
everybody.
So you didn't beat him for
no, not
being
because he's a furry,
it was
because he's a creep.
See, that would
Yeah.
have been a hate crime. There you go. Like Meta
Yeah.
almost committed a
You go to
hate crime.
prison for that.
the way you first said it, it made it sound like you found out
Well,
someone was a furry. And you
If I
beat
knew
the
he
shit
was
out
a
of him.
furry earlier, I probably would have done it beforehand.
Like, wow, we got
Did I-
Meta over here
okay.
committing hate crimes and shit, and Spurgs burning like crosses on people's lawns. This is
And
this
then of course
is my-
Antifa being
If,
Great.
If the conservatives were in power here, I would have crosses in the back and I'd just start burning them every night.
you do realize,
Nice.
like Meta. Stop, Meta.
That is
You're
great.
lying. You're incriminating yourself in all the things.
Like, this is my very first outing, and Meta's like, let me just pull up the Klansman card, right?
We're
For
doomed,
the
ladies
ethnos.
and gentlemen. We're doomed.
Exactly, for the ethnos thing.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm actually a clone of Corrupt. That was like
Yes.
I didn't go black or bisexual. I went like white and straight and like far right.
No, you are not straight. Like, someone bi-curious. There we go.
Oh god.
It's funny because I don't ever actually recall talking to Meta before, so this is
No,
like
this is
my first time
this is
talking
our
to
first
Meta.
time.
Oh no, he sounds like he's older than all of us.
According to Weapon, I sound like Terry Crews when his balls were like ripped down like to the floor.
Yeah, I don't think Meta sounds that old. He sounds really young to me, but whatever.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, he's like, we try not to talk. We try not to like show Meta to share Meta's age too much because like I don't want to go to jail for saying half the shit I say in front of him.
People
So there
getting
you
a
go.
hold of his metadata.
Metadata.
I just don't
Like
want to
he's
go
a
to jail for
meta-human?
saying half the shit I say in front of the kid. So it's like, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. This just got awkward.
Yeah, no, it just like real fast.
Oh, did I
Oh.
kill the room again?
No. Dalton, I heard you do magic, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about like some stuff you know?
As again, you're going
Well,
to have
okay,
to
well,
narrow it down, or we'll be here
Give
for a
us
week.
okay. Something you think might be easier for lay people like us, Dalton.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is, what exactly are you looking for? There are spells for literally just about everything you can think of, and most of them are overly complicated.
Okay.
You know, any simple things.
Yeah, give us like the simplest thing you know.
Well, I could talk about like the different metaphysical qualities of like herbs and shit, but that would
Sure.
that would be a bit boring.
Well, okay.
Well,
Is there anything regarding demons?
Just that they are as morally ambiguous as any other class of being.
Oh yeah.
They're more prone to darker, more animalistic tendencies because they're on a lower plane of existence. But they are
Really, I have a
likely to be
question. In the
morally ambiguous as everyone
metaphysical,
Adam
Is
has a
it-
question.
else.
okay, on the metaphysical plane, are angels also morally ambiguous?
Okay. Yes. Again, it's sort of they're more prone to what we would think of as higher impulses because they're on a higher plane of existence. But
Right.
angels have their own desires and whims just like everyone else does. That's something that does kind of piss me off, because the whole like moral absolutism dichotomy is an affectation of monotheism.
Yep.
In all like pre-Abrahamic cultures, you had this conception of all like spiritual beings as just as complex as humans. It was only when monotheism started that you really started to get the
All right,
absolute good and
what's-
absolute
I don't
evil
know
dichotomy.
anything that you
what's-
just
one
said, but it
second.
sounds great.
1 second, y'all. 1 second. Like, we have people talking in the comment section, and I want to mention everybody who popped in. Jeremy Turner, I feel like magic right now. I'm sold. Okay, Macho King Jordan Pickleson said, "Wow." Mr. Marvel said, "Hey, what's up, Mr. Marvel? It's always nice."
Hey, what's up, Mr. Marvel? I like your stuff.
Well, here-
Jeremy, my friend doesn't like grabbing my ass anymore. I beat him up for that.
You beat him up for that.
You
I beat him up.
stop
You
beating
can't
people up for
always
shit,
solve-
dude.
You can't always solve
You
your
admitted to it
problem
twice.
with violence. Wait, Meta. Wait, you can't always solve your
Oh,
problem with violence. You gotta blackmail people, man. Like,
Well-
that's
Scheme. Learn to scheme, Meta.
Learn
Learn
to-
to
learn
scheme.
to-
yes, learn to scheme.
learn
Look,
to blackmail
look.
people.
I'm very simple. I'm a very simple man. If someone touches my ass, I beat them up.
I beat them up.
That's how it goes.
So
I'm
so
a very
what, so what you're saying is I shouldn't get anywhere near you, or you'll kill me.
Yeah,
Fair point.
yeah. I'll just beat people up.
He
Easy.
just beats
Oh God.
I don't care. I'll just
Fair point, and then he'll go to jail for like 4 different categories of hate crime because I'm disabled and bisexual and shit.
Disabled,
like,
bisexual, hermaphrodite, trans.
then
Race
he will. Then Meta will truly become bisexual, whether he wants to or not, man. All right, so
yeah. Prison does things to you.
so Macho
They do
King.
things.
All right. Jeremy said the Alpha of Canada, God King Justin Trudeau.
God damn
Ricardo.
Justin Trudeau. Fuck, no, seriously. Fuck Justin Trudeau.
Oh,
In
as someone who
every
lives
order.
under him, let me tell you, he is something. He is something else. I don't know. The person we had before him was equally as bad, except he was on the right. So they're just the same, but the
Yeah.
politics are different.
Yeah.
I hate both of them equally. They're both dumb. Harper was
Short your shit up, Canada. Seriously.
like seriously. We need someone better by a long shot. Like I think I would take up the Green Party at this point.
You should just all elect Karen Strawn. Honestly, it would solve like all the things.
Everything would be solved easy. Let's see. I got another topic.
What's up?
So recent comics you guys bought? Anything good? Anything bad? Anything that you don't recommend?
Like, I just like to
you know,
say Meta is keeping this whole thing together. He's just like, let's keep the topics going. I'm like, thank you, Meta. You allow me to be even lazier. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you very
Corrupt is just like, I don't want to do any fucking thing. I'll be
And
here,
like,
but
I don't
do
really
anything.
like work, man. It's like, but I mean, I got Meta here. He's like young me, so I'm just like, fucking, here you go. There you go.
Okay, I recently bought Justice League No Justice #1, which was pretty cool. It was like basically big budget, like it's a big budget, like superhero story. And like it's a setup and stuff. It has a lot of dialogue in it. It's not really action heavy, but they're setting things up. I also acquired, like the two-parter, the first of a two-party. Harley Quinn loves Joker loves Harley Quinn. That was really good. Sideways is pretty solid. White Knight #8 was really good too.
So, also, by the way, I'm liking these comic books behind you. By the way, like that is a pretty cool setup.
Yeah, I just I use a poster putty and just polybag them. And with DC, with the jumping off point, because I'm not super rich and stuff, my collection is kind of like hodgepodge and stuff. I do get I do buy a lot of the 6-issue miniseries. I love the Neil Adams Deadman miniseries because it is a good story, but it has like Tommy Wiseau dialogue. It's kind of, it has a cool story, but the dialogue reminds me a lot of The Room by Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
You mean the greatest movie of all time?
Yes, the greatest movie.
Yeah, Adam, I asked this earlier, like about your comedy stuff that you were doing, but like we never got a chance to go anywhere with that. So like, tell us about some of that.
Yeah, give us your routine.
Yeah,
Okay, with my comedy stuff, with Twitter, say if I catch a comic pro behaving badly,
yeah.
Like say somebody just like super spurging basically, be like, let's spurg and scream, I just gotta make fun of them. Like one video I did was about Jerry Conway. Conway, it's called Armed Guerrilla Syndicates, A New Form of Terror.
Yeah.
And the hardest, what was the hardest line to say in that video with a straight face? Fags. Yes. Okay, I'll tell you. Fags. Yes, fags. Everybody loves a good fag. That's the hardest line to say with a straight face because I had to do the video like 4 or 5 because I was cracking up.
I think your intro is something that like I can't even say with a straight face. I love it. I think it's
pretty
great.
funny. Yeah.
You have the
Some
greatest
comedians
intro.
that you've
Yeah, it
drawn,
is
like,
pretty funny.
influence from.
Like
I'm
we
curious.
enjoy it. Like we enjoy it. Like we enjoy your stuff. It's just hilarious.
Thank you, because like I just like, and you know what? I just tell it like it is too.
Well, like yeah,
You know,
keep it real is, being honest and truthful is the best form of comedy.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm not going to like lie or slander a pro or anything like that.
Mhm.
Like I would rather like, my God, this person's flipping the
is
fuck
crazy
off.
enough that you should never have to lie to eke out comedy.
Yeah.
No,
I
you
agree.
shouldn't. Like I'd rather be honest than like just like go off of a limb, like slander a public figure and stuff. Like with Dan Slott, that guy just went on
Yeah,
insane. It's
he
like,
is.
damn.
I gotta. Okay. I gotta.
I wonder.
All right.
I wonder if him and Mark Wade are dating.
It seems like it, right? But then you gotta wonder
now-
who's the
now
top
I'm-
and who's
now
the
I'm-
bottom. Like I kind of, you gotta wonder who's the top and who's the bottom. And I'm willing to bet if it's Dan Slott, he's a very sloppy bottom. So
They
He
probably
might
trade
be.
they probably trade places because they're both such emasculated cucks that
Oh, yeah.
like they can't
Oh
decide.
yeah,
They'd
yeah,
let-
like
they
like
let
oh
the
god,
third man
like
in.
the most memeable face is of Mark Wade has the most memeable face when he looks like this, like about to cry.
Okay, so-
Neither of them is stereotypically masculine or stereotypically feminine in the sort of
they're kind of like weird blobs, right? Because they don't have any particular like character
No,
traits
they
that
don't.
you associate with either gender. It's just they're just like bland blob sort of people.
Yeah, I think maybe they both identify as asexual.
space and they were just like blob entities.
Yeah,
that,
like they're
Yeah.
human form.
they're just like asexual amoebas or something.
Yes, they are. That are in a serious relationship.
And someday we'll wake up to like an army full of Dan Slotts and Mark Wades that will have like reproduced by like mitosis or something.
Okay, like
Osmosis.
all right, Jeremy. All right,
That is the split.
my
It's
all
been
right.
a long time
So,
since I took biology.
Mr. All right, so I'm going back to the comments right quick. Mr. Marvel said Joker loves Harley was awesome. Jeremy Turner says his favorite Adam video was the one where his cat took a shit in the middle of it.
Yep.
Jake,
I'm gonna have to,
Jake
I'm gonna have to
Oprah,
look-
Jake Oprah says fake and gay. I guess this is fake and gay.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
But what part is the fake and what part is the gay? Is the
Okay.
next
Well, I mean,
I think corrupt is the gay and the fake. Gonna have to go to me.
you're not like you're a fake adult because you kind of sound older than you really are. I guess.
Yeah, I'm a fake adult.
Yeah.
I'm actually 5 years old.
He is.
I'm a
Wow, you
Okay,
sound
this-
very
this-
mature
this-
for a
this-
5-year-old.
I know,
This
right?
explains the lack of impulse control and why you're always beating the shit out of people.
Yeah,
Exactly. So he's still growing up.
yeah,
It's hard. It's a hard knock life being a 5-year-old who has people grope his ass. Apparently,
yeah. It kills me.
Well, at least you're not like all the
Yeah.
other older boys. At least you don't take it sitting down.
Trump's
Yeah.
only gay sometimes, though. Yeah, that's right, Jeremy. I'm only gay sometimes. I'm
Only gay
happy.
half the time.
Exactly. Like, let's see.
Although, isn't it closer to like a 60-40 split with you? Because you,
Well,
you
60-40
you
split.
have
I
said
guess
that you
it
have a
is. Yeah, I do. It is a bit of a 60-40 split for me. Also, Jeremy wanted to know, what do you do with your comics when they when you run out of room on the wall there for them?
Oh, like the wall behind me used to be a bunch of fan art, and it'll be like moving around stuff, because all this DC lenticular stuff that's going to go in a box basically, and
Yeah.
I'm going to probably just say with No Justice the first 6 parts, I'll just start force the 4 parts, and with the 2 issues of Harley Quinn and Joker, I'll just make some more room, and just put those up over right overhead, like a little bit towards, like towards the far corner.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Adam, Nurkish was wondering how much women you get with the comic wall. Like how much you attract.
I'm an incel superstar.
That's actually, yeah, I'm an
that's
incel
great.
superstar. You know?
Just like Mark Wade. Oh,
Like, although Mark Wade has like the cut cage, so like he's not
Yeah,
quite
he's-
the superstar. He has to go into the cut cage where he has to make comic books all day.
Yeah.
and watch his like wife or girlfriend fuck another dude.
Didn't he leave his
And
wife?
And just have that.
Guess he finally got sick of the cooking.
I don't know what happened. Like he left her because it was something about respecting women. It was really stupid and pathetic.
I can't be with a woman because of the respect of the.
I respect women too much, so I'm going to be single. God, what a sad, sad, sad man.
Alright, so yeah, I am looking forward to seeing how this AP thing goes down because right now it's kind of a
Yeah.
shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just
but
a
I'm not
clusterfuck at this point.
Yeah, I'm not begrudging him at all.
Oh no, not at all. I don't. I don't.
I don't
Nothing against
begrudge him.
AP. I
No,
love
nothing.
Regs. I read it. Regs #1. It's great, and Thump is great. You know.
I mean,
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Thump too. I've got to check that out.
You
I mean-
should. It's really good.
Yeah, you know what? I appreciate like good satire.
Hmm.
yeah,
Like, yeah, I'm not, I like, I'd rather have satire than, like, be bogged down with all the serious politics
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
it's
Why
all
not
the
have
time.
light of it and make fun,
I agree.
of stuff
yeah.
in a good-natured way.
Because to these people, you're not allowed to mock our political stance because that means our political stance is flawed in some way.
No, Dalton.
Oh.
You gotta understand. Our political stance is wrong. That we have to go to the
It is.
left.
It's
That's-
so
very
wrong. Woo.
It's
Everything-
very wrong. I mean, like we're white nationalists too, so
Everything left from socialism.
left from
right.
socialism. I remember you said that once in some way.
Oh, God.
Everything left from socialism is the right way to go.
I remember you
So
said that
basically,
once.
basically just various strains of communism and then anarcho-communism.
Pretty much, and then you're just,
Oh,
and then you're
God.
just a Nazi. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
I remember on Twitter you said that once to somebody, but I think they had me like blocked or something because I couldn't see.
I don't know. I don't know what was up with him.
Like, wow, I can't, I got blocked by Pat Zurcher.
Okay, who is that? Like who? Like I'm like barely familiar with that. Who is that?
He's an artist. I'm not sure, what series he's doing, or if he's doing anything, or just or if he's retired and just doing, like commission work or something that he sells on eBay or some shit. I'm not sure, what he's working on, what he's doing. Well, okay, I called out Mark Wade on his bullshit, and asked, and he said, Richard Meyer is like a lying sack of shit.
And then he just
And I go, how? And I asked a question, and he blocked me.
oh, is that the debate that you got in some time ago? I think it was like a few days ago, right? You said you got into like a huge debate with somebody.
No, that's somebody else. But Pat Zurcher, I tweeted that at him yesterday.
Oh,
Blocked.
yeah, like he seems thin-skinned as hell. Like that's how a lot of these pros are, though. They're thin-skinned as hell. So,
Mhm.
Like me, you know what?
Authoritarians are. That's why they're authoritarians in the first place.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like say if I was a pro, somebody criticized me if I was a writer or an artist.
yeah,
I would thank the person, for pointing out the mistake, and be like, hey, the readers are actually the editors. I won't berate them, block them, like yell at them, scream at them,
just be
stop
like,
my
pull up a
feet.
chair and explain to me what your problems are, and maybe I can take them into
Fix-
account or
Yeah, and fix
provide a
them.
decent counter argument.
Jeremy, is that a true story? Did you
Yeah.
actually get blocked by Rob Liefeld because of that?
Like if Jeremy said he got blocked by Rob Liefeld because he's a fan of both him and EBS. I could actually see that. Like, I
What?
could actually see that.
Liefeld
I mean,
is like I like Liefeld. I mean, his art is pretty atrocious, or it used to be. He got
yeah.
better.
Yeah, he got
my
better.
favorite Rob Liefeld art is that side profile of Captain America where he looks like his mask.
Oh yeah, that
like
one.
that. Well,
Oh yeah,
That is-
the boopy Captain America.
Yeah,
He'll never
he
live
was-
that down. He's like, damn, what's Cap? Does Cap need a bra for those things? I go, dang.
Like-
how-
It's
like,
just
I mean,
crazy.
maybe Rob Liefeld was telling us that he likes them thick. So, and in Captain America's case, he likes them extra thick. Also, Jeremy said it's true. That actually happened to him.
Wow.
That is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like EVS a lot. He's a super nice guy, and I
Oh, EVS
love
is
his
great.
comedy. Yeah, I love his Star Wars videos. He makes me like with his dry sense of humor and sarcasm. I just crack up.
See, I think he's going a little overboard with his Star Wars videos.
Right.
And
seems
I
to
think
have
he's going in
lost
the path-
a portion of the plot with
Like,
with his
my-
Star Wars.
My thing, I get where you guys are coming from, but I kind of think that he like enjoys making them, and he's starting to have a lot of back and forth with like other Star Wars websites. So for him, it's becoming like this
and
giant.
I can
back
understand
and
being
forth banner.
broken by something. So like if
I-
Last Jedi
I
was the
think
thing
he
that broke
enjoyed-
him, like
Honestly, I think he kind of found something that he really enjoys, and he's having banter with like actual Star Wars on like these writers on different websites, like you know, like Movie Web and Cinema Blend and shit.
Yeah. The
Like
trash tier medias.
exactly,
like I love his viewpoint on it, like Cinema Blood and all those sites. It's like they're not evil. They're not like BuzzFeed. They're not evil. They're just stupid. I'm like, yeah.
I
yeah.
I
they're
have a
stupid.
question for you guys.
But how stupid?
All
do you
right,
have
yeah,
to be
yeah,
before it
one
crosses
second,
into
what-
evil?
all right. What were you saying, Meta?
So I want to know your guys' experiences, like embarrassing stories from middle school, high school, all that stuff.
Oh, I got one.
All right, want to
Okay,
share?
yeah. Back in high school, I was like a freshman. Okay, and my buddy, okay, he walks in
Mm-hmm.
the bathroom. I'm taking a leak. He grabs my ass, right?
Oh yeah.
I wasn't even looking. Okay, so I do this back kick, okay, and the floor was like somebody just mopped the floor and shit. I fucking slipped, hit my head on the urinal, and pissed all over myself.
That's fucking amazing. Wait.
I'm not.
Why is it that like how is it that both you and Meta have had your asses grabbed when you were like, what the fuck is going on in middle school now? Do we
He was
just
just
grab
fucking
shit
around.
now?
Yeah, he was
I
just
guess
fucking
their
around
asses
with
are
me,
like
and you know what he said?
What's
What?
that?
He was cracking up. Yeah, like he was asking me if I was okay. You know, I'm like, and I just pissed my pants. I'm like, dude, yeah, but just don't do that. You know, like that ain't cool, man. That ain't cool.
And then he raped you.
Then he raped you, yes.
Yeah, that is.
That's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
great.
yeah.
In the darkest way possible, and then he raped you.
Then he made me open up my sweet man buns.
And like,
Wouldn't it be a boy bun?
you know what? You know what?
Yeah, my sweet boy buns.
My sweet boy pussy got popped that day. There you go. That's that story.
Oh God.
What about you, Dalton? You got any stories in high school, middle
No.
school? No, nothing.
I didn't have enough friends with which to get into like stupid shenanigans.
That's
with, so
alright. I mean, like anything, really. It
Did
doesn't
you
matter.
summon any demons or anything?
I've never been that stupid.
Like, I'm surprised you've never been curious, at least, to try some of like the more, I guess, riskier shit.
Well,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
know, like momentary curiosity or the rest of my existence. I'm going with the rest of my existence.
Oh, like you were a pretty self-aware kid because like we do stupid shit to children all the time.
I'm pretty
Well, but
self-aware, but I do stupid shit.
I was a kid who the
This
first
sure.
book I ever willingly chose to read cover to cover was Universe in a Nutshell by Stephen Hawking. So it's not as though I was a stereotypical kid. I never got along with kids in my age group because like I would always be reading like physics or magic or philosophy or anything, and I would want to tell people about it, and of course, people eyes would just kind of glaze over like, what is he saying? And
Same thing for me, actually. Like when I was younger, I would read the higher level books and want to talk about it, but everyone's like, well, I just finished reading this picture book. And I'm like, okay,
it's like,
you
oh my
can go
God.
in now.
like
You can go away.
and yeah, like I've always gotten along better with adults. It's a running joke in my family that I'm whatever age I am going on like 75, and I would fight it more, but A, it's probably pretty accurate, and B, I find it kind of flattering because it means I get to skip over all the stupid shit that people do when they're young. So yeah, that basically means I get 2 more decades of being a not idiot.
I put my hand in a blender once and ended up cutting off the tip of my thumb.
I put my hand in a blender once.
This is a thing that Adam will just out and say like it's nothing.
Yeah.
That is the most, like that's something you say when you're having a seizure or something. That's not like
your deadpan delivery is what makes it too. Like
I know, right? It's like,
you say the weirdest shit and you say it as
it's
though
like-
it's the most like sane thing that could
it's
possibly
like-
happen.
it's like I
like
teabagged
minor
a girl. Like it's like saying I teabagged a guy while he was asleep once. Like
I did. I did do that.
Okay, now I need the rest of that story.
Same here.
I mean that's a story in of itself, right? It's like so. Please
Oh.
tell us about you putting your hand in a fucking blender, Meta. That's fascinating.
Well, this was last year. Must have been May. So this is my 1-year anniversary of cutting off the tip of my thumb. And
Okay,
This is my
Again.
1-year anniversary. This sounds insane. Please continue.
I was up late at night and there was a blender and I don't know why I saw an orange and I just really wanted orange juice. So
okay.
I peel the orange, I put it in the blender, and then I realize people are sleeping. They probably don't want me to wake them up. So I go to take out the orange while the blender blades are still in, and I put my hand in, and like for a split second the blender starts to go off, and like the blade goes into my thumb.
Holy
cuts off the
shit!
tip. And I
Holy shit.
I yank my hand out, and I look at my thumb, and the tip is just bloody, and I'm just frightened.
Jesus fucking
Ooh.
Christ.
And
My God.
I immediately run to the bathroom. I run it over water and go, "This is good. This is all right. I'll be fine." Wrap it with toilet paper and go to bed. Wake up and tip of my thumb is gone. Go to school. We're playing like basketball, right? I end up ripping off the tip again somehow. Like it's growing
Ooh.
back and it just rips off.
Holy shit!
And there's just
Ow!
blood spewing out of my thumb.
Ooh.
Alright,
Dude.
dude.
Oh, dude. Wow.
It was.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Like the most fucked up. Let me say. Now I feel like I need to contribute to just like this incredibly dark ass hour on the podcast. So let me see.
Oh God. Hey, well, that happened to my grandmother. You know, like when she was alive, when I was a teenager. She, you know, like a rock got stuck in the lawnmower and stuff, so she removed it and she like sliced off because you know, like she didn't turn it off. You know, like she was like just thinking on her feet. She like cut off the tip of her finger.
Holy shit!
Wow.
It's not a story and it's not comedic. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that's. Ugh.
Like,
Ugh.
oh,
Yeah.
so one time my brilliant ass was how old was I? I was probably like 10 or something. So I was watching some old fucking cartoon,
Mhm.
and I saw some character like run his thumb across like a blade or something, like one of those old. So
Oh,
there's
you
this
mean
big
like one of
ass,
those old school razors?
yeah, like there's this big ass knife, and I did the same shit, and like my
Oh my
thumb
god.
like, split.
Oh, how? Uh, uh, that
Alright.
is, that's, oh my god.
Like
Oh.
I think I fucking blacked out.
And then Adam's friend came out from behind and raped you.
Yes, that's how every story ends. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
with some rape.
Exactly, and he just came and just rapes me in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was no longer a boy. I was a man.
That's when you became a man.
Man.
Exactly.
When RoboCop came out, and and I saw like the first RoboCop, and my dad took me to see it in the theaters. I think that's when I secretly became a man. I'm like, oh my god, that's the most awesome thing I've seen.
Like, yeah, yours apparently didn't involve violence and a violent rape at the end.
No, I was like 8 years old at the time too. I'm like, I'm a man now.
Apparently, that's how they make blood oranges. That's what Jeremy said to Meta.
Badumching. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I was one of those kids who would rather just observe what other people are doing and learn from that as opposed to do the stupid shit myself. Like,
Right?
Wait, Dalton, you don't want to cut the tip of your finger off, man? Like,
Yeah, what's wrong with
no,
you?
You don't want to be hip and cool?
It's one of those things of being born with CP. Kind of growing up with CP kind of makes you cautious, like, because falls will fuck you up horribly. So it's just like, yeah, no, I'm good. I will just do my own thing while you do something vacantly stupid and injure yourself.
I'm just gonna watch you kill yourself.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I if that's what you want.
Oh my god! Wait, Pickleson asks, "Is that a Dog the Bounty Hunter mug? Is it?"
I think
No,
it's
it's
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Oh, it's a Boba Fett mug. I'm
Yeah.
liking that mug. Man.
Yeah. I got it like a couple
He
years
has
ago
altered
at
the
Myers.
copy. Pray he does not alter it any further.
Yes, I could see that with Boba Fett being like pray that he doesn't alter the copy, and later goes what? You remember that
Turns
Robo?
out there was a rupee in your coffee the whole time.
I'd be like, how much can I get for this?
I could as long as we're doing like shocking stories. I could tell you guys about the time I had drug
But
withdrawal.
you weren't really raped, were you? Because then that's a completely different show.
Jeremy, I have seen the Goonies.
You seen
Great movie.
like Sloth always reminded me of like what's that? The chick with the eyes that are really spaced really far apart. She's like an editor for Marvel or something, like Alana Smith.
Alana Smith,
She
the
reminds
pig
me
with Down syndrome.
the pig with Down
Oh
syndrome.
my
Yeah.
god.
Well, like Dalton, like tell us about your really fucked up story, man.
Okay, I can at least tell you guys about the time I had drug withdrawals, because I have what's called an intrathecal baclofen pump, which pumps like muscle relaxer medication directly to my spinal fluid. The problem is it needs to be replaced like every 5 years. So we go to Hershey Medical Center, which is the nearest place I can go to that deals with it, and we get it replaced. But the surgeon didn't like tack it back in place. So like 2 weeks later, apparently because I've been moving around and walking and occasionally crawling and doing various things, and like it turned in my it like literally turned in my abdomen area, and the cord that was connected to it kept kinking. So like 2 weeks after we come home from having it replaced, it like apparently the cord was so like corkscrewed that the medication wasn't getting through, and so for like a week after that, I had drug withdrawals,
Oh wow.
like
Oh, wow.
hallucinations and shaking, and I didn't sleep for like
Oh,
3 days straight.
dang.
God damn, that's
Wow.
Dalton is like,
Wow.
and now you're all sad. Good.
Wow. That's
That's sad.
That's sad.
That
But,
is-
But yeah, we went to get it. We went to get it fixed, and it turns out the guy still didn't tack it back into place. So now I'm just wondering, like, how long is it gonna be before I have to deal with it flipping over again for no fucking reason and just putting me back into drug withdrawal mode. It seems fine though, because apparently the first time he put too much cord in, so it had more room to like spiral, and when it spiraled it kinked. So hopefully it won't kink again, and thus I will be spared another week's worth of drug withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah.
Dalton is just like, so.
Yeah,
I was
the
in an
only
incredible
really messed up stories I have are surgery stories and like fall stories.
oh, that's just sad.
Oh, yeah.
What-
Oh,
is
dude, I
Would
watched
you- what-
something.
would you
really?
like a hug? Wait, Dalton, do you want a hug? Like,
Yeah. Do you want a hug?
Like-
I'm good. This is just it honestly, like, I was born with CP, so shit like this has been happening to me pretty much all my life. I've spent more time in hospitals than people who are like in their 60s. So like it's not a big deal.
all right. So, what were you gonna say, Adam? Sorry, we cut you off. By the way.
Oh, I watched this like really sad video, and it seems like okay, like with about Chris Chan.
Yeah.
Okay, man, and like the guy had like the like the stuff from Mumble on it. Like the Mumble chat and shit. I'm like, I feel bad for him. And you know what? The whole like whole thing is, like it's like written like a like the whole storylines these trolls come up is like a bad anime too. It's like, what the hell? I'm like, damn, I go, you guys are just like like, see, like, with me, like, if I was in my 20s, I would just, like, joke around, poke fun with him. Like, I wouldn't, like, go full on, like, let's just, like, fuck with this guy's life and shit. Like, he has a problem, basically. And yeah, like, but, man, I just feel bad for the poor guy for getting fucked with so much. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You can look at him and be like, man, you're sad. Like
Would you like a hug and some soup? Does that make
I think we should just hug these sad, depressed people.
It really,
It's
it
like-
really fucking,
Yeah.
it really fucking
Hugs
annoys
for
me
everybody.
sometimes when people assume I'm sad, because I guess I just have resting sad face.
Yeah.
like-
resting sad face? That's funny. Holy shit.
Like my standard just blank expression apparently looks really sad and like
Oh.
like
It's
there's
like-
something bothering me. So like people sometimes when I'm just randomly just minding my own business will go, "Are you okay? You seem kind of sad." And I'm just like, "No, I'm fine."
No,
And it
I
will
just
happen,
finished
like-
this
it'll
amazing
happen, like 5 times
masturbation.
in a row, and it gets to the point where I'm just like, "No, I was fine, but now I'm kind of pissed at you for not leaving me the fuck alone and dealing with my thing."
I mean, I just finished the world's greatest jack off session. Like, of course I'm in a good mood. Look,
Adam, Jeremy just
Yeah.
lubed up his hemorrhoids.
lubed up his hemorrhoids. What?
nice.
Okay,
You want to,
now we need the rest of that story.
Adam, you want to run us through your intro?
Hi, everybody. My name's Adam. I have opinions as inflammatory as hemorrhoids. So you better stock up on that preparation A so I could lube up my middle finger, just rub it across your ass cheek, and
But I
jab
gotta
it.
say, Adam, you're fucking hilarious, man. I do love
Yeah,
I
Adam.
do love talking to you. You're fucking
Yeah.
you are funny.
Yeah. Oh
We have-
god.
I'm going to have to start watching some of your videos, Adam.
I think you'll
wasn't
like
aware
them.
that
Adam is
You'll like them.
funny, man.
Yeah.
Dalton, shit. So, Dalton, anything going on with you that won't just inspire massive sadness across everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no.
Do you have
Like,
do you have a girlfriend that you can go to?
I spend most of my times either on streams or on the Discord, so nothing you guys wouldn't already know.
Oh wait, like you do get into some funny arguments though. Like you mind telling us about some of your arguments you get into sometimes? Some of your arguments can be kind of funny.
Let's see. What was the most recent fucking? Oh, Switch and I will argue over the MCU. We've done that like 3 times in the past week. Like, I try to say something relatively positive about the MCU and give the MCU the benefit of the doubt that it's all leading to something, and he's just like, but all of the cynicism and there's no character development and it's just an unending crossover, and I'm like, Switch, no, that's the point.
Isn't that just comic books?
That's the point. Like, I tried explaining that to him too. Like, I tried to explain to him like how, genres basically distinguish themselves in like by like citing several examples in like history and shit, and he's just like, no, this is just bland, and they're all the same. And I'm like, Switch, that's because the MCU is the one establishing the genre conventions, which will later be expanded on and subverted. That's how
Exactly.
That works. When you're the first person to get somewhere, you are the one who sets the rules. He also almost chewed me out the other day because I said I found Superman to be an irritating character, and he started like laying into me and like saying all kinds of shit about Doctor Strange, and like, I'm not, like, I literally had to stop him and go, I'm not judging you for liking Superman. I just find him to be an irritating character.
Like, you don't like.
I respect Superman, but I think my favorite actual superpowered character from DC is Martian Manhunter.
I like Superman in that I think any genre or medium kind of needs like a balance of like your more lighthearted stuff and your more dark, heavier stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman provides that balance. Otherwise, like, things become too oversaturated one way or the other, and you get Squirrel Girl.
This is the one argument
yes,
that I
you
absolutely
do.
cannot stand with Superman. I hate when people call Superman a god or make all kinds of references to Superman being like a god, because all of his powers are just physical powers. He doesn't have any energy manipulation. He doesn't have energy reality warping. No telepathy. No, like none of the actual powers that you would associate with a deity. Like, just basic.
Like Martian Manhunter.
He has a great surplus of very, very basic, very, very physical powers, but physical powers are like the lowest on the totem pole in my opinion when it comes to superpowers. What you want is the more abstract shit, like energy projection, constructs,
intangibility, telepathy.
Hey Adam, can we see your cat? Because like, I'm a cat lover and I love seeing cats. So.
Oh, okay. I gotta find the little guy. He's hiding. He's somewheres.
All right.
Pepper, where'd you go? Batman, hold on.
In terms of comic book characters, I'm a Spider-Man.
There you is.
I admittedly, I still buy Dan Slott's run.
Wait. Do you like Superior Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, no, I actually enjoyed Superior. I thought it was fun.
That's God damn, you are my clone, because that's actually how I got into fucking Spider-Man.
Like, I thought it was a really fun story.
I don't care about Spider-Man one way or the other, so you guys can.
Like
Yes.
Jesus
No,
fucking
that's-
Christ! I got in this because before my whole thing with Spider-Man was just to shit on the cartoons or whatever. It wasn't really like I didn't really pursue him in comic book form, and then I got into him through Superior Spider-Man because I just thought like the fact that Dan Slott played up the spider theme with him having
Mhm.
like those robotic spider legs and like
Yeah, I
those
really like
spider
those.
and
Yeah.
those like little spider minions that would crawl all over him. I'm like,
Mhm.
this
That's
is
one of
fucking
of
dope.
the reasons why I really liked the organic web shooters in the era where there were the organic web shooters.
Yeah.
Because if you actually look at Spider-Man's power set, there's nothing in his power set that, like, aside from, you know, the fact that he calls himself Spider-Man, would indicate like spider themed. Like,
Well, there's the wall crawling.
apart,
Yeah.
Wall crawling, web shooting, proportional strength of a spider.
Yeah,
well,
like
but that
And
but that
spider sense.
ultimately just leads to generic super strength. I get that it's a like canon
Oh, you're a good
specificity, but
guy.
ultimately it's just generic super strength. But when he had the organic web shooters, like, that was something where you could go, there's no way you could associate that with anything other than a spider.
Right.
I like the web shooters, like the mechanical ones, because it shows like, hey, he's not just brawn, he's also kind of a genius.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like. Yeah, I like the mechanical web shooters too because of that. You know, it's like, yeah, this guy's not just like super strong. Hey, he has like a
What you could do is you could have it
intelligence.
so that he has the. What you could do is you could have it so that he has the organic web shooters, but that, like, he adds like special mechanical attachments to them. To, like,
That
do
would've-
specific
Oh
things.
yeah,
Because in like the Silver Age, a lot of his webbing wasn't just webbing; it was like specialized webbing. So you had like
Yeah.
electric webbing that was like conductive,
Yep.
and you had like parachute webbing, and like
Yep.
there was trampoline webbing, and like waterproof webbing for, like, this one time he made a raft out of it. But yeah, you could do that where, like, he has the organic web shooters, but he, like, augments them with like mechanical shit to give them.
that
like,
would be
special
cool.
purpose.
Yeah,
Like one thing, if I can go back to Superior Spider-Man 2, one of the things that sort of interested me about the character was, like I said, how they played up the spider theme a lot. That and I thought it was funny how much rage that art got.
oh yeah.
Jeremy Turner says James Cameron came up with the organic web shooters. He wanted to draw a parallel between them and coming. Like,
Oh god.
That's not an image I'm ever gonna be able
Everything post Superior by Slot was just bad.
yeah, it was,
Yeah. Oh, you know what was a weird story?
What?
It's been years since I've read it, but the weirdest story was, you know, like, okay, how Mary Jane got like cancer from, you know, like Peter Parker's like radioactive fluid.
Spider-Man
I
Rain.
forgot. Yeah, that story. That was just
Spider's
my
blue.
God.
like,
There you go.
spider blue.
There you go.
Yeah, that was bizarre. And I told one of my friends that's not into comics. He just looked at me and started cracking up. He goes, "Are you fucking serious?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Why don't they ever use Spider-Man in any of the mutant storylines? Because he is technically a mutant. That's what.
No, because
He's
not
a
a mutant. He's not a mutant because
he wasn't born with it. He's actually a
he wasn't born
mutant.
with it. You have to be born with
but,
it
like,
to be a
that's
mutant.
what it did to him, though.
I thought he was considered classified as a mutate, technically, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he's a
mutate. Him and
mutate.
Deadpool are
Right,
mutate.
there is,
Yeah.
that distinction. Never mind. I forgot that distinction.
Like, I mean, at first it was kind of weird to me too, until I learned about the whole how they classify every.
The whole you're mutant if you're born with a deviant X gene.
Okay, so Jeremy says that it's seriously from his script treatment back when he was going to make a Spider-Man movie with Leo DiCaprio. There was going
And Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Where
Doc Ock.
where he wakes up covered in the webs like a nocturnal emission.
So he
What?
has to cut himself out of his own like chrysalis of
Out of his
spider.
own jizz. Literally, he's covered in jizz.
Yep.
That is amazing.
Oh God, that is.
And yet, James, it's the MCU that you have a problem with.
Yeah.
Yeah, James is he's something else, ain't he? Yeah, I like.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's strange.
He's like,
Also, speaking of James Cameron, Infinity War might, or like, it's already the highest grossing superhero movie of all time. What do you think the chances are of it like beating Titanic and
I think
I thought it already had, didn't it?
No. No. Both Black Panther and Infinity War thus far have stopped short of getting near Avatar or Titanic.
well, Infinity War is still going though.
But I think
Yeah.
that Infinity War will ultimately be able to pass Force Awakens. I do not think it's going to get past Avatar or Titanic. I do think that Avengers 4 will, though. I think it just still has a bit more building room to do.
Yeah, because like,
assuming they don't fuck up on Ant-Man and the Wasp or Captain Marvel.
with that massive buildup of Thanos winning and everybody turning into like
Ashes.
like acid,
Dust.
ashes, dust. Tried to think of something a little bit more, creative than that. But yeah, that's right. They all turn
So,
like ashes.
Thirsty Sexpert says, "Hey
No,
guys,
if I did-
What?
and now she's worried she's pregnant."
Okay.
Well, do you have any
Oh,
baseball
yeah.
bats?
Yeah, what's up, Sexpert? This here is Sex. He's like a little comrade of mine that I talk to at times. What's up, Sex? That like he's trolling though, so.
Of course. Praise Beachakek and such things.
Ethno state.
I know, right?
I am in favor of an ethnic Kikistani ethno state. That is the one I am in favor of.
Adam.
Yeah, same here.
Adam.
Yeah, I'm against the whole, identity politics bullshit and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm like, I was a kid in the '80s, grew up in the '90s, and throughout the early 2000s, nothing was really an issue.
No,
Nothing.
because everything was fine and we had better shit to do than
Everything is everything.
Yeah.
Oh, we got.
Yeah.
We have 10 whole viewers, gang. Yay!
10 whole viewers.
Yeah.
And back to 8.
Hey, 10 viewers.
And now we're at 8. That's so sad.
And 6.
You.
All right. It makes me really sad.
Like half of them did that just to fuck with you.
I know, right?
That hurts.
It really does, because like Meta and I we spent a little bit trying to get this set up.
Yeah, me and Corrupt have spent 2 months doing this.
Yes, and I've been patiently waiting too. So
You have, and we appreciate it, Adam. Like
Yeah.
like it's been a blast hanging out with you and Dalton, man.
oh yeah,
We enjoy it. Like this has been fun as shit, man.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this quite a lot.
In superior incel celebrity over here. Here we go.
We're going to have to make a regular thing out of this.
we have to. The incel superstar.
I know, like superior incel.
Oh, superior incel superstar.
You should, Adam. You should
I love how butthurt the MGTOWs are getting by incel. It's just like
I know.
Oh
it's great.
God!
Like, no, you are just two sides of the same coin. Deal with it.
Yeah.
One of you is voluntary and ideological, and the other is involuntary and happens stand still. That's how it works. Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Yes, yeah. MGTOW. Wow, those people are weird. Like me, like I'm not MGTOW. I'm not an incel. I've been around the block. I've been burned a lot and shit. So I just like being single and happy. I'm not
MGTOW on principle makes sense, but there are a lot of crazies in it.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, like there's this guy named Sandman. like I watched one of his YouTube videos. He says, okay, like when you have unprotected sex with a woman, they have these they're vagina basically secretes like mind altering substances and shit. I'm like,
It's all,
Yeah, well, yeah.
yeah,
That's
like,
a vast
whoa.
oversimplification, and I don't.
yeah.
know
We, we got we got we got another person in the chat. Let's see. Lost World Raptor says, "Oh boy, hello alt. Thirsty sex person.
Hello.
They're
Oh boy.
both incels, really though. They're both incels, really though. So, huh.
Well, the thing it is MGTOWs at least make a consistent principle out of it, or at least that's sort of how they bill it. I think the reason why you have such a high proportion of crazies in MGTOW is because MGTOW is basically a support group for all the people who got fucked over by basically, institutional gynocentrism.
There's a shitload of angry dudes who can't get laid too. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them become incel, some of them commit to it and just go, no, I'm fine with this, and become MGTOW, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they're like, MGTOW, incel. I'm like, can't people just be single and happy? Like people that get pissed off and
the whole point is MGTOWs are people who were in stable relationships and then got fucked over, and incels are people who want desperately to get into stable relationships and simply cannot for various numbers of reasons.
Yeah.
I'm sure
And some of the posts are just creepy from the incels, like if you went through the Reddit post, this one guy goes, hugged my cousin and her breast touched me. I went off. I went off and like
incest porn.
That's
incel porn.
That's fucking amazing. I hugged my
and then he says, then he goes out of the post how he went off and jerked off after that. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
We got some people we got some comments in the chat. Let's see what they said. All right. Lost World Raptor says vagina excretes mind altering substances. Do not believe such lies, Goyam. Oh, thank you. Like Jeremy says, Adam, do you like boobs feel like bags of sand? And Lost World Raptor said, do incels want stable relationships, though? Probably not.
I have no idea what they want. Those people are crazy.
Okay, wait. Do not believe such lies, Goyam. Like, I am never going to have a stream in which it does not devolve into just, racism and rape. There you go. Or brutal acts of violence. Like, holy shit.
That's why you need me here. I'm the overly serious straight man to everything.
Dalton, have you ever fallen and Adam's high school friend just comes up behind you?
Oh my god!
No, okay. If you want to do some falling stories, we'll do some falling stories. Okay, so.
Okay, wait, Dalton. You can't be telling us you fell and then everybody was worried and nearly thought you were gonna die and it was really sad because
no. Okay, I have to tell you about the probably most annoying of all the falling stories I had.
Right.
So this was in middle school, and in my class there was this kid, Raymond Neal, who was an idiot of epic proportions. He wasn't mentally deficient or anything. He was just an idiot, and he was constantly distracted and probably high half the time. But anyway, so he was this kid who would ask questions about the thing we were covering in class just after the teacher had already said the thing, and we all would just look over at him we literally just went over this. What the fuck are you asking for?
11th degree black man just said Wakanda excretes mind altering substances.
Well, what do you think vibranium is? Anyway, on to the actual crux of the story. So I I was out of the classroom, like using the restroom, and I come back, and our classroom door was one of those that had like a window in it, so you could like look out and see who was knocking. And so I knock on the door, and my walker is like perched up against the door, so I can stand there. And before I can even back up so as to get the fuck out of the way, he like flings open the door, and my walker like collapses over onto me. And I'm just like, dude, you saw that it was me, and you saw that I was taking a second to back the fuck up. What the fuck?
And
then Adam's
This
friend came
happened-
up from behind and raped you. That's what happened.
Okay, I have a false story. This happened like a couple of years ago at work. Okay, like I slipped. I dislocated my finger. I thought I broke it, right? See, I can't like go like this. So after I slipped, like I tried bending it and shit, like because this part was like right here, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, my finger's broken. Then I just took my finger and just like snapped it back into place.
Wow, that's
Like, Jesus Christ, and he's going to experiment with it too.
and like
Like, holy fuck.
Jesus.
I know, right?
I just
This fucking Christ.
holy shit.
Like, Adam just broke the fucking... Adam just broke Meta's mind, man.
I think I'm a new man.
You
I
think
think
you're
I've evolved.
You've evolved.
I'm no mere mortal now. I think I'm
Evolved a god.
I think I'm God.
Until Superstar. Oh my god, I'm not gonna...
I think we've hit the 2 hour mark. We should probably end it here.
Yeah,
I don't want to go on too long. I don't want to be like I Love Comics and just 3-4 hours of
just
streaming.
Just drag on and on and on.
Let's keep it short, sweet.
So so Shilling?
Yes.
Okay.
Like what happened? All right, so 11th Degree Black Man said, "What happened to the racism and rape? Finger sprains. You missed it, unfortunately."
Yeah.
Jeremy Turner said, "Careful, Adam.
Just scroll back. You'll be fine. There's plenty of it in there.
If you break your finger, you can't jam it into a hermaphrodite asshole." What is happening?
That is the best. That is the best
These are your
line.
followers.
Oh my god! Like I said, this. Thank you guys for making one fucking weird stream.
Yeah, you guys have done great.
Yeah.
This is better than we thought it would be.
Oh yeah, I had a blast, guys. This was fun.
Yeah, we'll contact you guys again. Maybe we could get you guys on another stream. Maybe another time.
Oh yeah, I had a bunch of fun.
And I'm always free for whatever, so don't hesitate to like just let me know.
All right.
All right.
Alright, yo.
We're gonna get to planning the next one. I
yes.
think I have an idea for who we should
Yeah,
have.
exactly. We'll probably come up. We'll probably spring it on you guys when we actually come up with something. That's
Yeah.
how
Okay.
we are. All right. Later, everybody. It was. Oh, but before we go though, pimp your channels out, Adam and Dalton.
You can subscribe to my channel, The Real Official Amazing Adam. Check it out. I do comedy. Say if it's a slow news week, I'll just crank out a video and it'll be comedic. I make people laugh and stuff. And I use truth too. I'm kind of like Douglas Ernst, and if Nurkish, raped each other in a truck stop bathroom and just shat me out.
Not just any bathroom.
That is the best.
Bathroom, mind you, a truck stop bathroom specifically.
Yep.
That is the best fucking. That is the best fucking image. If Nurkic and Douglas Ernst raped each other and shit you out.
At least in that situation, we know who the top is. Douglas Narcus is the top, and Nurkish is the bottom.
Like Nurkish is a sloppy. I guess Nurkish would be a sloppy bottom too. I can see that.
I can see it be like, "Hey guys."
Oh boy, that's like that's what he says after he comes. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Dalton,
All right. Yeah, this was a good time. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too.
Awesome, Dalton. How about yourself, man?
Okie dokie. I am Dalton Mortimer, aka The Authenticator. You can subscribe to my channel, which is The Authenticator, and you can find me on Twitter at The Authenticator spelled without the U, and find me just about everywhere else, including Minds and Discord at The Authenticator spelled normally. Cheers, everyone.
All right.
Bazinga!
There we Yes, Bazinga. There you go.
Why?
Well,
Why
hey, thanks
must
for
we do
whoever
these?
watched this, and I will see you guys around.
All right, later, everybody. Oh yeah, Meta. Actually, I need to discuss how Meta wants to do shit. But
Yeah, we'll
anyway.
talk about it later.
Yeah. All right. So later, everybody.
Bye, everyone.